YouTube, Xfile2708, back again with a final pickups video. Don't panic, not final. Myself and Lewis, very pleased today. Managed to get the keys for the new flat. So that's all signed, sealed, delivered. So I thought I would make the most of having a background. So myself and Lewis, we're part way through boxing everything up. So quite a bit over the other side of the room is already boxed up, as is various stuff across other rooms as well. So hoping to be fully moved across to the new place within the next week or so. My good friend James has volunteered to help out with the move, as has my good friend Frenchie. So yeah, everything's going to be moved in the next week or so. And yeah, I think the next video that I bring you guys will be from the new movie room. So yeah, see what we can sort. But for now, just wanted to get the last of my pickups here. Share those with you before they get put into the packing boxes and not seen for another few days at least. Like I say, need to get all the Billy bookcases across to the flat in situ with everything else, and the shelves reloaded up and stuff like that. So you know, it might be a week or two before the next video goes up after this one. So as I've said previously, don't panic. You've all got me on WhatsApp or Messenger, Instagram. If you need to get in touch for whatever reason, drop me a message through any of those routes. So yeah, last of the pickups, guys. It is going to be a short video, probably less than a dozen items. These are split across Father's Day present from Lewis, Amazon, and I think CX as well. Yeah, CX as well. So Father's Day present, guys, we have, look at that, Rosemary's Baby in 4K with slippage. So there we go. But yeah, absolutely fantastic film, which I haven't seen for years. I did have the DVD. I think that was one potentially that Nige passed over to me. So I've given that to Lewis for his collection. And I have now got the privilege of rewatching this after several years, now on 4K. So looking forward, like I say, getting moved over to the new flat. And yeah, hopefully get the TV, the 4K player that I've got upstairs, going to be moving that into the living room, which is now going to be the horror movie room. I'm not going to give too much away, but the plans that me and Lewis have got mapped out, the living room's going to be the horror movie room. The third bedroom is going to be the non-horror movie room. So it would have been nice to get everything all in the one big room, but I think looking at sizes of the bookcases and the layout of the rooms, it looks as though we are going to utilise that third bedroom as a second movie room, because we can. So yep, that's going to be probably my first watch once I've moved and got everything set up on 4K. So Rosemary's Baby, that's that one. So thank you very much, Lewis, for that one. And while we're talking about Lewis, I'll go down the pile, have a very quick slurp, can't disappoint the ladies. So been a busy day getting stuff packed up and going across to the flat and signing paperwork and charity shop runs and all that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to a beer and a movie tonight, just to chill, and then Lewis is back across tomorrow and the packing up continues. So but yeah, this was one Lewis was looking to trade in. I've given him my DVD. It was one he brought, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, when he had some store credit. But, you know, he's not fussed at the minute on keeping it on 4K. and there's other stuff, especially like PSP movies and PSP games, that are taking a bit more of a priority with him at the minute. So he said if I wanted this, he'd let me have it just for the CX voucher price, so considerably cheaper than CX's in-store price. So 4K Trick or Treat Arrow limited edition. There we go. That's that one there. I think CX still charged 28 for this, but the voucher price is £18. So I managed to get it, as you'd expect, complete and minty mint for £18 off Lewis. So absolutely fantastic. Love Trick or Treat. Absolutely brilliant with Sam. Very much a cult horror icon. And this is complete, like I say. I think it's got a poster in, art cards, collector's booklet, and all the goodness that you expect from Arrow. So yeah, that's the second one from Lewis there. So Trick or Treat, or Trick or Treat, I should say, as opposed to Trick or Treat, which is a different film, which I've still got on my pile to watch from Rob. Next up, guys, we have some CX purchases. What was it? Yeah, myself and Lewis were on a bit of a marketplace pickup at was it the start? Was it yesterday or the day before? It was Sunday. Picking up an item from Marketplace, which I'll very quickly show you because it's here on the table. But I picked one of these up. So big into my retro gaming. I've already spoke to Tim and Ash about this, and I've got an itch again to play a lot of my Mega Drive games, which was what my big passion was growing up, and when I got back into retro gaming between 2009 and 2012. So if you look back on my channel, I think I was 5 Mega Drive games short of a full European PAL Mega Drive set. So I've got Mega Drive gameplays and Mega Drive collection overviews, games room overviews, all that sort of thing, all on older videos. So have a look back on those if you have got an interest in the retro gaming side of things. But like I say, I really wanted to scratch my itch, and this portable gets a really good review. Normally £70, I think it is, brand new. I got it for half that price, immaculate condition, with a brand new 64 gig card, fully loaded, with all of Mega Drive, NES, PS1, Super Nintendo, all of that absolutely crammed full. 35 quid, half price. So super happy with that. So myself and Lewis were out and about, and you know what Lewis is like? Lewis is like, oh, where's the nearest CX from here, Dad? So we went over to a CX that I haven't been to probably for about a year and a half, over in Bishop Auckland. Apologies to anyone that lives in Bishop Auckland, but it's not the best of places. The town centre, there's more shops closed there than there is open. Same as a lot of shops or town centres in the northeast, and probably across the country. More and more stuff's going online. High street shops, independents are struggling, with the rates and rents on units and stuff like that, and they just can't afford to trade anymore, sadly. Bishop Auckland, like I say, no different. Probably more closed than there is open there. But Lewis was itching to go over to the CX. I think he'd seen a couple of PSP games and movies that he was after. So while I was in there, I had a little scour of the shelves and managed to find some goodies. So first one I got, there we go, Unforgiven. Needed this one for my Clint Eastwood collection. I'd missed out previously, I think, when HMV had it with any purchase for $9.99. Missed out on that deal, 4K. But I thought, right, let's add it into the collection on Blu-ray for now. I'm sure it's going to look absolutely lovely on Blu-ray, and as and when later on down the line I could upgrade to 4K if I see it for a good price. But yeah, Unforgiven. I actually saw this at the cinema when it came out. Yeah, I was going to say mid-90s, so 1992. But yeah, really pleased to get this one into the collection, and looking forward, as I say, when we've moved and unpacked and settled in, to cracking into this one and giving it another watch again. So there we go, guys. 1992's Unforgiven. Oh, another quick slurp. It's a bloody warm day today, so my my mouth is drier than a nun's crutch, as they say. So, but there we go. Right, next one. Pick this one up as part of my HMV Premium Collection. Not too sure if you can see it on the shelf behind, but I've got a dozen or so titles. As I mentioned previously when I was talking about HMV Premium Collection, I am not in the slightest going for a full set. I'm literally just cherry picking the ones that are of interest. Frustratingly, I've got one up there that hasn't got the HMV Premium Collection slip. I might do something about that later on down the line. I don't know. We'll see. On a side note as well, Tim's recently, I think either his last video or the one before, did an overview of his HMV Premium Collection. So link in the description to Tim's channel. Head over and check out that video. Some nice titles there. And oddly, you know, myself and Tim, very similar taste, but his HMV Premium Collection is very different to mine. So that's just how it is at the moment. But again, once I'm moved, settled in, shelves all sorted, I will do a collection overview of the HMV Premiums. But this was in the local CEX, and I thought, right, that's one that I was after, because I'd previously, in the HMV 2 for 15, picked up Children of the Damned. Hadn't got Village of the Damned, and I've never seen it before. Always heard good things about it, and it's a movie from 1960. So definitely one I'm looking forward to checking out as and when I can. As with premium collections, really nice pristine slip, which is always a bonus with CX. And it's got, where are we? Oh, it's got a poster as well. So it's got the premium collection card. It's got sealed art cards still, which is nice. And then it's got a poster. I don't think they all have posters in. I know definitely art cards, but yeah, this one's got a nice poster Rooney in it as well. So there we go. Village of the Damned. So I've got store credit for that one. So £12. I know that's not much different probably from what you can get it in HMV at the minute, if it's one of the ones that's in the 2 for 15, which I'm not too sure if it is or not. But store credit didn't really cost me real pounds and pennies. So there we go. That's Village of the Damned. Now, Lewis was jealous of this one. As you'll know from previous videos, I've spoken about it. Myself and James have spoken about it on the channel before. Big Quentin Tarantino fans. I've literally only got, I think, at the minute, I literally, when I started rebuilding the collection, picked them all up on DVD and DVD collector's editions and things like that. So over time, I do want to get them all on Blu-ray or 4K if they're sensibly priced. I have got Pulp Fiction over the other side of the room before it disappears into a box coming up. All of the rest I've got on DVD, but I managed, oh, look at that, Petrol Can Edition Blu-ray of Reservoir Dogs. Look at the price as well. There you go. £6. And again, it's pristine. I've seen these before. I know they did a DVD release of it as well, but I've seen them where they're dented and all of that, but no issues. This is pristine there, and you've got the can at the top, and this does include, if I can get the lid off, does include, there you go, so you got that there, and again, sealed art cards, and then you've got the Blu-ray disc in there, so there you go. So yeah, really pleased with that. £6. I spotted it as myself and Lewis went into the CX. I grabbed it and he was like, oh, I was going to get that. And I was like, you've got some store credit. If you really want it, I'll keep hold of my DVD and you can have it. But by the time he'd looked up and down the shelves, he'd spent all of his store credit. And he was like, no, it's Father's Day, Dad. I'll be nice. I'll let you have it for your collection. So yep, I was able to grab that one for my collection. So Blu-ray edition, petrol can, limited edition of Reservoir Dogs, which is super cool. Look nice on display. Another upgrade for me. Absolutely fantastic film. And look at the price with a pristine slip as well. £2. So there we go. Bit of slippage. Absolutely fantastic film. I did say to the guy, please make sure you put this release in and not the Disney version of Frozen. So sod's law, I'd have got back in here to put, I mean, you know what, well, no offence, Pedro, but you know what some CX staff are like, thick as pig shit. Yeah, I mean, apologies, Luke, I know you watch my videos. Pedro, like I say, no offence, I probably offended loads of people by saying that, but yeah, sometimes they just don't look what they're doing, so... but yeah, thankfully, the right edition of Frozen. Absolutely fantastic, this one. Kind of an underrated gem, I class it as. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting this one on at some point over the next couple of weeks. Bloody roasting up here in the northeast. I think this weekend it's supposed to be up to 27 or 28 degrees. So I might put something like this on, or The Thing, where it's, you know, cold and snowy and icy, just to make me feel that little bit colder psychologically. So, but yeah, there we go. Nice upgrade. Lewis had already got the DVD, so my duplicate DVD has gone across to the local charity shop. So there we go. There's Frozen. And the last one, guys, a Amazon purchase. Wasn't too sure. This one, some of their deals or whatever, where they come through at like 33% off or whatever. I've ordered a couple of those recently. I think I got Daniel Isn't Real and another one for $5.99. I'd ordered this one and another one a couple of weeks ago, but as soon as I placed the order, they said estimated delivery between October and December this year. So those of you that order from Amazon will know that once you've placed the order, you can't change the address on it. You've got to cancel the order. So with me moving, I was like, I might end up missing out on both of these. Thankfully, this one's come through yesterday. Not too sure if the other one's going to make it before we move, so I might just have to cancel and wait for it to drop again in price and order it to the new place. But it is a film called, no offence people, Why Don't You Just Die? So, I have seen this one once before when I had the collection a few years ago. One that I really enjoyed. It is a modern movie, I think 2018. But yeah, this one was reduced on a daily deal down to $5.99 delivered from Amazon. So, like I say, jumped on it, and luckily, like I say, it's come through before we've emptied this place and moved. So, But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Nice addition to the Arrow collection. And like I say, a really good film that I am looking forward to rewatching because it has been a few years since I last saw it. So there we go. Why don't you just die? So there we go, guys. That's my last video, I think, in X-File Towers, or whatever you want to call it. My last video here, I think, for now anyway. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Let me know, guys, if you've seen any of these, which ones you're big fans of. Let's have a look. I think apart from Village of the Damned, they're all ones that I've seen before, but if any of those are particular favourites of yours, if you've seen Frozen, the horror, let me know. Always nice to have that interaction with you guys in the comments. So there we go, guys. I'm going to get a beer sorted once I've finished this cup of tea, crack a movie on and chill before Lewis is back across in the morning, and we're cracking on with some more packing and moving over to the new place. So last video for now, guys. So as always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll be back from a new location in the next week or two. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.